Just think. You can't see it, but it's closer to the air you're breathing. You can't see it. Another dimension. Another dimension that only you can live by your spirit. You can only live in it. You can only understand this by your spirit. The spirit that is saved, magnified, that desires, that honors, that seeks it. Not just God, but his righteousness. If you want me to tell you the truth, you want to know the truth. And I believe that there are some here that God has here to learn and to understand this. Thank you, Lord. I just hear the Lord showing me in the spirit that what he is using me to say, he is pleased. He is pleased. Thank you, Lord. If you do not learn to deny yourself, you actually can be a corner-minded Christian. Or you actually are. You actually are. That's why you feel more weak in the spirit, in the things of God, in faith. You feel more weak. You feel powerless. Because it dwells in denying self. This is the reason of the gospel why the world cannot receive it. The reason why they cannot get it or attain it is because you got to understand where we came from out of the world is a world where it was all about ourselves, our faith, our life. And when you and they try to do this in, well, they do this in ministries. They instead of teaching, because they don't have the authority. Oh my God. The authority is only given by God to the one he has. He was able to teach and to reveal his doctrine, his thoughts. It's amazing. How can the disciples follow Jesus and they have no clue? This is the atmosphere of what goes on in a world that self is only an instrument. Why? Self, part of the flesh, this part you see is in the world. But it's also in the spirit, because of the spirit conscience, the spirit in me. and the belief and the knowledge and the wisdom, it all wraps around denying itself. Denying itself. You're struggling with a lot of things in your life. You're struggling with so much, and you're a Christian, you pray, you give tithes, you do a lot of things, but you know this. In your mind, in your heart, you're totally disturbed. You have followed ministries. You have upheld pastors. You have sought after prophets and apostles. You're tired. Death to self is a doctrine of Jesus Christ. Excuse me. You know how, excuse me. You know how you're starting to hear ministers say people are teaching the wrong doctrine. This has been going on for years. A lot of them think that the real doctrine is what they are reading and preaching. And they believe in this. Oh, it's here, and I shall translate it to you, or I shall teach you. But it's here. I shall show it to you. It's here. I won't go beyond that. It's here. The only thing that they don't understand is the timing of God. Everything that is written in the Bible was according to timing. Prophecy is according to timing. And that's the reason why you have seen people in years, depending on how old you are. The word rhema became a classic in the religion traditions or the churches of men. It became a classic. Why? Because they knew they needed a noun word from God. Not saying that the Bible was obsolete. No, you can't say that, because these are holy scriptures that was put together to form a book. These was pages of writings. One thing about these writings, they never was written by someone who is boastful in self, who had faith in themselves, who rely on themselves. So when one reads it from themselves, of those who have written this not of themselves, those who read it from themselves this is where the carnal or the carnality, which means it's like spiritual and physical intellect combining, which means it's like You can say a monument. Why? Because sometimes when you look at a monument, the monument represents something that happened in the past, but it's getting notary now or honor now just because of the monument, like a statue. A lot of people is teaching and reading the Bible like it's a statue. And that comes because of the carnal thinking. Where there is no dying, listen to what I'm saying, when there is no continuous dying to self, there will be carnality. And carnality will look just as genuine as what you hear and see that says this is the true gospel. The true gospel is revealed through death to self. And you can only die by the Spirit of God. That is a doctrine. The Spirit written the letters through man. That man was dying to self. God said that he will not share his glory to a carnality. Jesus said, to follow me. Listen to this. To follow me, which means to share in God's glory, you must deny yourself. To follow me, you must deny yourself. And a lot of people have not been taught that doctrine. So I'm saying to you, God sent you here for a reason. I don't know what church or pastor you're under or where you go, but God sent you this because of your spirit in him. And you have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. You tried to get to know the pastor. You tried to get to know the first lady. You tried to get to know the people. You tried to get to know this. And going to church and singing and doing all the things that seems like it will create a spiritual stability. A spiritual stability. A stability in God's joy. A stability in God's peace. But honestly, you know the truth. You know the truth. And this is for you. This teaching is for you. This teaching, this ministry is for you. Because dying to self is by the Spirit. But it's by one that God has groomed, created, foreseen, foresaw to bring to pass. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more. God bless you.